Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Murmuhu. Sri Ramakrishna was telling us about his vision of Divine Mother emerging out in the water tank of the Vishnupur temple. So these are all not imaginary things. It looks like imaginary things, psychological presentations, when we are still far away from spiritual world. When we enter into the spiritual world, all starts reaching the reality. The first thing where we start accepting these things which appear as mystical things is when we transcend our mind. When we transcend our mind, because we are subject to mental states. Mind is governing our life. Mind is governing our movements. Mind is governing our thoughts, feelings and actions. So as long as we are slaves of mind, the transcendental cannot be known. We are in the clutches of mind, and mind is in clutches of vasanas, tendencies, the past tendencies, the past momentum the jiva has acquired through its own experiences. That is my holding mind, and mind is showing this is real, this is unreal. Because the past software that is created by my own experiences is that which shows the things as this and that and not this and that. When we cross this mind, go beyond the mind, mind is one of the instruments I am using. The mind has become the master and made me a slave of it. So I am seeing things which it wants me to see. Now when I become independent of mind, I transcend the mind and I go beyond the mind and go beyond the mind and look at the world, independent of mind. Then I start accepting all these transcendental aspects, and which looks like a mystery for us. Sri Ramakrishna is in ecstatic mood and he sees Mother slowly emerging out from the river. He is looking at her, heart filled with joy and peace, love flowing out. Mother, what shall I tell? All is your grace. Some you have kept bound, some you have released. Kare Dhamma Brahmapada, Kare Korodhagami. It is your wish. You are playing all this game. So Sri Ramakrishna is seeing, and we as spiritual aspirants, we have to accept and struggle. Our struggle accepting this itself is the effort to go beyond mind. Whenever I see anything, hear anything, first questions come in my mind is, can I do this? Can I achieve this? My doubt doesn't come. I see somebody, a stone sculpture, sculpting, first, can I do this? A person is repairing vehicle, I look at it, can I do this? Can I make a vehicle? Always the other aspect. I don't just see, live and go away. I want to achieve. I see a person playing an instrument. Can I play this instrument? Somebody is singing, can I sing? Whatever I see, whatever I come across, I apply to myself. If he can do, why not me? If he can play, why not me? So God has not given some more intelligence and more capability. It is all same. How we utilize, where we have distributed, where it is getting lost. If I can regain it, if I can integrate my inner powers, I can achieve anything. So transcending mind and seeing that vision, what Sri Ramakrishna saw, the mother emerging out, is possible. This is the Hinduism. In Hinduism, if a person can realize God, other person also can realize God. Only he must will to and act to realize God. So, some of the religions, what the prophet has experienced cannot be experienced by anyone else, cannot be realized. There it ends with the discipline, moral level. They have not yet entered into the spiritual level to get the same experience what the prophet has got, who is teaching us the lessons of spirituality. Now, we must raise to that level of, I must be that, I must be that. So, here we see that Sri Ramakrishna, it is not something imaginary or anything, because most of the people overlook this, but if you look at it like with longing, Mother will not be hesitating to give you that same vision of emerging out from the water. In the meantime, other devotees had arrived. Someone referred to the political revolution and civil war in Kabul. How the topic changes if a person comes, you see. We experience this many times in our own life. We will be remaining immersed in spiritual world with spiritual awarenesses and spiritual discussions. Somebody comes and brings about something happening in the world about which we are almost unaware. Most of the times I remain unaware of the external world. Day and night thinking of God and spiritual world. We are not aware of what is. Somebody comes and tells, oh, there is a world outside, something happening elsewhere. With it we surprise and wonder. In the meantime, other devotees had arrived. Someone referred to the political revolution and civil war in Kabul. A devotee said that Yaqub Khan, the Amir of Afghanistan, had been deposed. He told the master that Amir was a great devotee of God. How it comes, you see. It's a beautiful thing to somehow, you see, whatever is inside will come out. Amidst all other things, they may be talking about something, about politics and other things, yet is a devotee of God. How that awareness, all the people who are worldly will never look at it. A politician is politician. But those who are spiritualists, they are searching. It is like searching for gold in ore, metal in a ore. It looks like a stone, but it is pervaded. Every point there is gold, small, micro level gold. It has to be crushed, smelted. Then you will get that gold. In that incident, one person is telling, he is a great devotee of God. Master. But you must remember that pleasure and pain are characteristics of embodied state. In Kavi Kankhan's Chandi, it is written that Kalubir was sent to prison and a heavy stone placed on his chest. Yet Kalu was born as a result of boon from Divine Mother of the universe. Thus, pleasure and pain are inevitable when the soul accepts a body. Again, take the case of Srimanta, who was a great devotee. Though his mother Kullahana was very much devoted to Divine Mother, there was no end to his troubles. He was almost beheaded. There was also the instance of the woodcutter, who was a great lover of Divine Mother. She appeared before him and showed him much grace and love, but he had to continue his profession of woodcutting and earning his livelihood by the arduous work. Again, while Devaki, Krishna's mother, was in prison, she had a vision of God himself endowed with 4 hands, holding mace, discus, conch shell, and lotus. But with all that, she could not get out of prison. So Sri Ramakrishna is telling, the spiritual life and secular life, don't relate them to each other. This is entirely different. That is entirely different. Your life in this world, you have come to this world out of karma to work out the karma. But you have been given an opportunity to transcend and go beyond. Your efforts is to go beyond the nature, get eternal freedom. Now, your sukha dukkha don't relate to your spiritual life. I am doing so much of japa and then why suffering? Don't ask. It has nothing to do with your spiritual life. Spiritual is you are identifying with spiritual existence and denying the bodily existence, which is undergoing the transformation sukha dukkha, which is experience. Body is experience sukha dukkha. When you are asleep, deep sleep, where is sukha and where is dukkha? The pain in the leg, you cannot know if you are asleep. Body is experiencing and you are independent of it. You are identifying in waking state with the body and you are telling I am body. So you are experiencing the sukha dukkha. Now try to let the sukha dukkha come and go, as even in Kulashekara Alvar in his Mukundamala tells, Yadyad bhavatu bhagavan purva karmanurupam. Whatever happens to my bodily existence, Yadyad bhavyam bhavatu bhagavan purva karmanurupam. Etat prarthyam mama bahumatam janma janmantareti. Lives after lives, whatever according to my past karma, I have to experience sukha dukkha. Let it come and go, I am not bothered. But see that my love for you, lives after lives, remains the same. So Sri Ramakrishna doesn't want to relate your spiritual life to the secular pains and pleasures. Remain indifferent. In Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna again and again repeats this. Sukha dukkhe same kritva labha labho jaya jayo tato yuddhaya yujyasu. Do your duty alone. You have come to do your duty here. If you fight with raga dvesha, again you are sinking down. Give up the raga dvesha. You are kshatriya, You have to fight because it is your duty, not for right, not for justice. It is for your duty, you are doing duty. Duty will never become karma. Any fighting for raga dvesha, it becomes a... Now, Dhritarashtra's life, if you see, all of Dhritarashtra's life is pure attachment. He is fighting, he is making all efforts to acquire that country only out of attachment for his son. That fighting will never succeed. There will be great losses on either side. But Satyameva Jayate. In the end, the truth alone triumphs. Now you see here how Krishna is again and again repeating, be neutral to all gains and losses, pleasures and pain. Sri Ramakrishna is telling, you have to remain neutral, looking after Sukha and Dukkha Samana, keep moving, so that you will go beyond this nature forever. No more bondages. You become totally free. Master, the thing is, everyone must reap the result of the past karma. One must admit the influence of tendencies inherited from past births and the result of prarabdha karma. Vasanas and karma you have to accept. Nevertheless, in the dilapidated house I saw the Divine Mother. A devotee is telling about the war in the car. The master told to the devotees, Master, but you must remember that pleasure and pain are the characteristics of the embodied soul. I am embedded, I am in the body, I am bound by the body, I am identifying with body because of my vasanas. If vasanas are not there, I would never identify myself with the body. I remain as Jivan Mukta. Jivan Mukta lives in the same body. He is not worried about its suffering or enjoyments. He is independent of sufferings and joys and sufferings of the body. It is there, it is there. He knows that he is not body, he is Atma Swarupa. After getting Atma Jnana, the body becomes exactly like an external cover, wrapper, which we are wearing as cloth. And he goes on giving so many instances where who are extreme devotee of God had to, just because he is devotee, he need not be free from sufferings, but he can become independent of sufferings. Body undergoes the sufferings and joys, he remains unmoved by both because he is beyond it. Cloth is torn, we don't bother. New cloth I will take. Cloth has got burnt, he doesn't bother. I will have a new body, no new cloth. She appeared before him. All these are Sri Ramakrishna is giving so many examples where intimately interaction with Divine Mother, intimate interaction. Divine Mother is coming and showing love to him directly and gracing him with, but he had to continue his profession of woodcutting and earn the same thing as earlier. Devaki's example. Devaki, Krishna's mother, who has given birth to the Lord, but she gets the vision of Lord in the prison itself. Yet, even in that, her prison, she could not come out of the prison. The suffering that a soul has to undergo, either by the divine will or nature's plan or one's own karma, cannot be avoided. That we have to keep it separate. Sri Ramakrishna doesn't want the spiritual life to be connected to the external life. The sukha dukkha that a jiva undergoes by any cause is independent of the spiritual life that he is leading. Don't say, I have done so much of japa, why my suffering is there. To that extent. Why speak only of getting out of prison? This body is the source of all our troubles. Devaki should have been freed from the body. Once I met one of the devotee and disciple of Holy Mother, Bhashana Devi, when I was in Kamarpukur. One day I went to her, daily, almost every alternate day at least, I used to go and see her. She said she was 115 years. But records do not show that. But still, she is quite old and she is not able to move about. She is living in a mud house without any possessions. Only one dhoti she wears, another dhoti she puts for drying. That's all her possessions. No pillow, no this one. In cold she used to sleep alone. And I saw she has, one day she is sitting helplessly. I asked, what is the problem? She said, I have got fever and I am not able to even cook my own food. She used to cook her own food. A pit was dug in the earth where a stove was kept. She will light the stove because she cannot lift the vessel. She pulls its side onto the ground. That was her state. And she says, I could not cook my food also today. Then next day, but she doesn't take anything from us, anybody. Just I prayed, bowed down to her, and came next day when I went and asked, how are you? She said, yesterday Mother gave me her vision. I said, Mother, I cannot be in this body anymore. I cannot even move about properly, nor I can cook my own food. Then Mother said, wait for some more time. And not only from your physical body, I will release you from all the bodies and take you in my arms. Mother said, see, this sthula body here, the body is the problem of why speak only of getting out of prison? This body is M is telling to Master, this body is the source of all our troubles. Devaki should have been freed from the body. We don't have only one body, we have 3 bodies. This body, physical body, is only a hardware. Behind is the software. If this body goes away, another body comes, because software is still alive. So, total release from all troubles at all times happen only when our real identity of being the Atman or being an eternal child of the eternal Master. Only these two will lead us to the enlightenment that I am immortal, I have no death, I have no birth, I have no suffering, I have no bondage. All this were a play going on. So that experience of enlightenment is when we become free from all the three bodies that we possess, which is the product of the Stula Sukshma Karana Sharira, which we are bearing, is the product of my karmic load. It is Jiva Tattva. As long as Jivatva is there, Jiva Tattva is there. As long as Jiva Tattva is there, and our physical bodily existence is inevitable. With dissolution of the Jivatva, the Atmatva comes into picture. I am the Atman, I am not body. That is the enlightenment. We are all striving to move towards that enlightenment. The struggle is constantly there from within and without to reach that state. Master, the truth is that one must reap the fruit of result of prarabdha karma. The body remains as long as the result of past actions do not completely wear away. The karmas have to be worn out. Once a blind man bathed in Ganges. As a result, he was freed from his sins, but his blindness remained all the same. All laugh. A blind man went to Ganga all the way to take bath. His sins he got rid of sins, but blindness did not go. It was because of the evil deeds of the past birth that he had to undergo that affliction. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.